Rachel here with the next game changer on Meet Advisors. I'm here with Eddie Liu, CEO and co-founder of Shiftgig. Eddie, how are you?
I'm great, Rachel. Thanks for having me.
Definitely. Thanks for coming on. So, can you give our audience a bit of background about you and about Shiftgig?
Yeah. So, I've started a couple companies, and most recently I started a nonprofit in Chicago called One Goal.
Okay.
And we started Shiftgig 3 years ago. But
Okay.
prior to that, I was also an investor. So
Okay.
I worked as a partner at OCA Ventures and did about 12 deals.
Very exciting.
So Shiftgig is a digital marketplace, and that helps hourly workers connect with jobs, full-time, part-time, and temp jobs. So we started 3 years ago and launched our first product, and that was primarily full-time, part-time jobs. And we just added our first revenue stream, which helps connect people with short-term jobs.
Okay. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was looking through the site and I was looking at bartending jobs. So how does that work from a customer aspect? If I was looking for a job, what would I do?
Yeah, so you go on the site and basically create a profile. You'd
Okay.
add resume type information, but also a little bit about your personality.
Okay.
And you just go to, we have 25,000 businesses across the U.S. using our site now. So you just go find the place or either the type of location or the geography that you want and hit apply.
Very exciting. So, how many users do you guys have?
Yeah, so we just crossed in 1.2 million.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So it sounds like you've been kind of in the entrepreneurial game for a bit. Can you give our audience a piece of advice? What would you give to a startup that was just starting out?
And the first thing would be to, have great teammates, whether
Okay.
they're co-founders or whether they're partners, however you want to call them. But the early people kind of help set the pace of the business. Your first year is generally a make or break year. So in having people that are capable, that you can trust, that have complementary skills.
Right.
It doesn't make the most sense to have people that have the exact same skills.
Right.
And I think that's important. And I think in focusing on what the client needs are, the customer's needs are important. And then ultimately in build an awesome product, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's probably first. But yeah, I know finding the right team is essential for success, and definitely you have to have aspects that complement each other so that you can help grow the business together. That's exciting. So you like your team then?
Yeah, the team's been great, and we're in year 3 now.
Okay.
So we started off, and I have 2 co-founders, and
Right.
we had a great early development team, and we had 3-4 developers right at the very beginning. But this past year, we've gone from 20 or 21 employees
Wow.
a year ago to 60 in 2014.
Okay.
I think we've added another 15 early this year too. So
Exciting.
we've been growing a lot. We've had some great executives join our team, and we've had a lot of people step up throughout the last year. So
Definitely. Very exciting. So why did you and your co-founders start Shiftgig?
So 3 years ago, we saw LinkedIn just went public,
Right.
and we saw they had 16 million people, and I was on LinkedIn, and I used it quite a bit. But Facebook went public the year before, and in the U.S., they had 600 million people. Well, people obviously have 2 or 3 profiles, and
Right.
corporations have profiles, but there was such a big discrepancy between LinkedIn and Facebook, and I was pretty positive that my friends on Facebook wouldn't use Facebook for jobs.
Right.
So we thought that, hey, what are all these other 250 million people doing for work if they don't have a white-collar marketing job, investment banking job, etc.? And when you're a nurse or you're a teacher or you work in the service industry, you just don't use LinkedIn. So we thought we could build a tool that could help the service industry in ways that Facebook and LinkedIn might not.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I think for a waitress or somebody looking for a bartending position, you don't really know where to go to look for those things, and so that's very exciting. It sounds like you definitely found a need in that space.
Well, right now, I think all roads leads to Craigslist, right?
Yeah.
And it's pretty sketchy when an anonymous place says, oh yeah, come interview and come
Right.
to the 3rd floor of this building, right?
Yeah.
And so and we're trying to provide a more transparent experience.
That's exciting. Yeah, I mean, you never know with Craigslist and other sites like that, so that's awesome. So, can you tell our audience one mistake you've made and overcome?
I mean, relatively early, we made some incorrect hires, right? And maybe it was our fault, but we kept giving them chances.
Right.
And eventually, they could be great people, but if they're not going to grow in your company, in some ways it might be better to part ways so they can grow at a different company because it's just not a right fit.
Yeah.
So we made some wrong hiring mistakes, and we made a lot of right hiring mistakes, which is the good news. And I think initially we probably stayed free too long, so we didn't try to monetize in the early days, and that was with intent. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, we've had a pretty good year in terms of monetizing this past year.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I think that again, you have to have the right team, and your team has to grow with you, especially in those early stages. I mean, the chance for growth is amazing. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, you really have to have a team that clicks and is willing to put in the effort. Very exciting. So, what does this space look like, and how are you guys standing out in the space? What makes Shiftgig the next game changer?
So I mean, there still isn't that many places to go online when you're an hourly worker. I mean, there's a lot of different job websites for long-term work, and we just offered our first mobile product that we charge and make money, and it's an on-demand type of product. Okay. And it's really connecting thousands of workers in Chicago for short-term gigs.
Okay.
And that's just taken off, and I think there's an opportunity to scale that. So we just opened New York late last year, and we're going to open Dallas. We just hired staff and opened doors yesterday, but I think we'll start monetizing in early March.
Awesome.
So we're going to expand that into several cities this year.
Okay.
And it's exciting.
That's really exciting. Yeah, I mean, so customers can just go in, or I guess employees can just go in and choose when they want to work, and then that position kind of comes up?
So in this case, workers will actually get vetted, okay. and we even do background checks, and we screen for certain skill sets. Okay. And then we place workers within a lot of, about 200 really cool companies, and it could be in a bartender job at Soldier Field, or it could end up being a call center job at a local tech company. So okay. It's a range of applications.
Yeah, so taking their skills and then finding where they would fit best.
Yeah, and some of our jobs are actually one Saturday night, and some of our jobs are for like 2 months.
Okay, wow.
So, but they're all short-term in nature.
Right. Yeah. Very cool, very exciting. Well, guys, thanks so much for checking out the next Game Changer. Eddie, can you tell everybody where they can find you?
Yeah, and shiftgig.com.
Awesome, and check out more videos on meetadvisors.com. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks.